Hello, welcome to this video on the basics of the TI-nspire CX CAS. If you do not have a computer algebra system, the CAS, that would be just fine, except this video might cover a little bit more than your calculator may be able to do. This is the TI-nspire CAS, and this is what it looks like. You have a home screen that looks like this, and you have a whole bunch of features, right? A normal calculator, kind of your four function calculator is here. You have your basic operations, you have your numerical keypad. Some of the scientific calculator features are built in over here. You'll see these functions, and you can access more mathematical functions by clicking this button right here on a calculator. We'll get to that in a bit. And then down here at the bottom, we have a alphabetic keyboard. Notice it's not like your standard keyboard order. It's alphabetical, right? A through Z, but that is down there as well. Okay, what's so great about the TI-nspire is that it is a dynamic calculator, and it can go ahead and store things, recall things from different tabs and documents. And I wanted to go ahead and show you that. So from the home page, this is how you get back to the home page to turn the calculator on. Is you're just going to go ahead and click new. So you can go ahead and click number 1, or you can come up here with your trackpad just by moving this trackpad. You can come up to number 1, or again, you can just click on the number 1 on your keyboard, and it will open up a new document. Now you'll have a drop down that looks like this. You can go ahead and add a calculator, graphs, geometry, lists, and spreadsheet, data and statistics, notes, and then more. But we're just going to go ahead and click add a calculator. And this is what a calculator looks like. You'll notice there's, a blank page, and you can go ahead and just do standard calculator operations. 5 plus 2, and then hit enter, and there you go. So 5 plus 2 is 7. We can go ahead and we can also add another page too. So again, if I go control, again, the control button will let you access any of the blue button. Anything you see in blue, you have to hit control to access that. And we're going to hit control and then dock, which is add page, and it will add another tab. And I'll go ahead and click here. I'll click add graphs. So now I am in a graphing calculator. So I have here a function f1 of x equals, and I'll just go ahead and graph a basic linear function. So 2x. I'll hit enter, and then there is my function f1 of x, which is 2x. Okay. And again, like I said, what's so great about the TI-nspire is that it is a dynamic calculator. It will store this function, and I can use this function f1 of x on other tabs. So if I want to go back to my other tab, again, you can use your cursor, and you can go up here and click on this, or you can use your keypad, your arrows over here. I'm going to hit just kind of the back button. So control, and then this is back a page here. So now it took me back. Okay. And say I wanted to go ahead and evaluate that function 2x at a certain value. So f1, and you see how it bolded there? That means the calculator knows that it is a mathematical function, that you're going to go ahead and do something with it. It recognizes it. So f1 of, I'm going to add some parentheses here, and let's just say, let's evaluate 2x at 2. So f1 of 2. What's 2 times 2? There it is, see? And that's pretty awesome, right? And let's say if I wanted to go ahead and go back to my graph, and I wanted to go ahead and kind of change this. So I can go F1, you can double click on the function to access the function, or you can go ahead and just click tab, and it will give you a new function, but you can use the up arrows to get to your original function. So let me change this. I'm going to make this 3x, and I'll go ahead and graph that. Okay, so now if I go back to my calculator page and I say, okay, what is f1 of 2, but this time the function's changed, it will go ahead and recognize that that function's changed. Now, you can type in f1, or you have this button here, var, and that shows stored functions. So here I have f1. If I click this, f1 of, and let's say, what is f1 of 2 now? It will go ahead and give me 6 because our function's changed. Isn't that pretty awesome? It's very, very dynamic. Okay, so some other things that you can go ahead and do with this function. I can go control add a new page, and we're not going to use geometry, lists and spreadsheet, data and statistics at all, but something you may want to use is your notes. We do have a notes page, and here you can use your keypad down here to go ahead and type in notes. And I can go ahead and hit enter and kind of return down here. Maybe I want to store the equation of a line. So y is equal to mx plus b. And there it is. Okay, so I have notes, and you can store these notes. We can go ahead and save this document. So if you want to save a document, which would include all of these tabs up here, you can hit control, and then right above this calculator button here is a save. So I can go ahead and click save. And you'll notice over here on the side, there's an organization system. Please don't delete anything or alter anything that's already in your calculator, but you can add a new tab. So if I want to add a new folder, and I'm going to say my name is Ramon. So this is Ramon's notes. Okay. And now I have my document, and you can title this document whatever you want, right? You can say lesson 1.1. Maybe it's particular to that lesson. Maybe it's notes specifically to unit 1, or just all your notes on one page, because you can keep adding tabs. So I click save, and then it is saved, and we can go ahead and recall this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back home. I'm going to click my home button. And you'll notice here, so besides 1 is new. So if I click 1, it'll open up a new spreadsheet. And I want to get out of this. I'm going to go back home. And I want to browse. So number 2, which is browse. And then you'll see if I scroll down here, here's Ramon's notes. I can go ahead and double click, open up unit 1. And then all of my work is brought back up. Okay, so that is pretty sweet. All right, the next thing that I want to go ahead and show you is that you can access your current document by clicking 4 on current. So again, if you click 4, it would take you to your current page, is what you're working on. And then lastly here, number 5 is settings. Now, settings for calculus, if you go to document settings, you're always going to want to be in radian mode, so double check that you're in radian mode. We won't use degrees. And then float, the more the merrier. You're going to want to be at least at 8. Make sure it float 8. I like float 12 just because I know I'm getting all of the decimals that I can. Okay, so all the rest of this we won't really kind of alternate or change. So we can click OK, and that is all of the documents. I do want to go over the scratch pad, which is up here. We won't really use the scratch pad, but if you click this calculator button right here, it will take you to the scratch pad, which has a calculator or a graph. Now, the scratch pad is not dynamic, and you can't use it interchangeably with the other documents or add multiple documents. So that's something that you maybe want to kind of shy away from. Again, I don't recommend that you use the scratch pad, but if you ever need a quick calculator, one button and then you are there. Okay. All right. So that is the basics of the TI-nspire. That's kind of what it looks like. That's how you really move around on the scratch or on the calculator, and the types of buttons that you'll use. In the next videos, I'll go over how to use the calculator and how to use the graph tabs.